Welcome to Kung Fu Havoc number 2. I'm going to do some bound fighting with handcuffs because I can't find the belt that I normally use and the handcuffs suck. So, you guys seen me do this stuff before, so please bear with me. If you don't want to watch this video, it's fine. Please go watch something else. I'm not going to put these things on excessively tight this time around. We just learned how much it actually hurts to maneuver with these bitches. Yeah, so I'm going to make it so it can slide up and down my arm a little better. But no, in real life, once you are handcuffed, your ass is handcuffed. And it is not going to be a fun fight for you. Now again, I've been trained to do this. Please be careful. Do not attempt. And all the other PSAs that can possibly happen. So basically, this is a recap video. You know, it's just now I'm in handcuffs instead of actual rope. Handcuffs are not as easy as rope. However, anything that involves your hands being tied behind your back is a very delicate machine. So you must be careful at all times, no matter what kicks or punches, which probably won't be an option if your hands are tied behind your back, that you choose to throw. So in the event that your hands are behind you, your only option is your feet. So to recap that, a sidestep and a trip, a sidestep and a knee, a sidestep and a front round kick for Taekwondo people. They're running at you in a straight front kick or an axe kick. You know, something in that function will be more likely to your thing, or a step back, stepping side, you know, something that's going to actually help you out. The don'ts, don't do that. You see my balance was off, so there was no way in hell that I'm going to pull that kick without getting messed up. Tornado kick. I can't get my balance right, and these things hurt my wrist. So, again, you know, you don't want to do that. Now, the reason you don't want to do that is because there's a good chance you're going to fall and break an arm or your damn neck. I tried to loosen this thing up and wound up coming all the way out of it. Alright, so, your dues now. Again, outside to inside crescent kicks work better for me. They may not work for you, but this is what it looks like. Guys coming at you. Boom. Now, I put him in that position. My position of choice is to run. So I'm going to shift my weight and I'm going to go. But if I put him in a position where I can't run, even with that kick, it does happen. So my only option is to continue. The next kick that I should do would be a side kick so that you guys can see. Boom. Because that's where he's going to wind up. Now remember, we'll walk through that one more time. Outside to inside crescent kick. Boom. He's in that direction. I should go in this direction because I'm not a good fighter. But if I am a good fighter and I screwed up, and even though he's in that direction and he's not hurt, my next move, boom, nothing fancy. If you're thinking about doing something fancy, you're screwing yourself. Now, inside to outside crescent kick. I'm still going to put him in that direction because I'm going to be using my left leg and digging out this wedgie. My hands are still cuffed. Oh, shit. Alright. That way I can maneuver the cuff up my wrists just a little bit more. Alright. These things hurt. Which is why I rarely... damn it, it came all the way out. Which is why I rarely train with these damn things on. Because they fucking hurt. So did you know they fucking hurt? So outside to inside crescent kick was done. This is inside to outside crescent kick. Which is going to still put my opponent over there. Which means I still need to have the option of going this way to run. Because a good run is better than a bad stand. And your hands are fucking cuffed. Make sense? If it doesn't make sense, it should make sense. Because if anybody's teaching you that you should probably continue to fight, I'm going to tell you this. Even if I said it, I'm going to tell you this. Your best option is probably going to be to run. Especially if you're not a good fighter. If you're a good fighter, you want to show off, knock yourself the fuck out. But I'm not being held responsible for your shit. But guys coming at you, so you're going to go from the inside to outside. Boom. Now you've kicked him. He's right there. You may have to still engage. Low angle ground kick. Side kick. I'm not going to tell you to do this one because the balance will probably be off, just like my balance was just off, but I did that to show you why you should not do that. But if you're here and he's landed, you know, front gung fu kick, front low gung fu kick, side kick, you know, things that aren't going to require too much balance. The sad news on that is while your hands are cupped behind you, your power is lacking like about 30%. And in case nobody tells you that, I just did. Your power is lacking like 30% because you're not going to be able to ground yourself properly. Plus, you're so worried about falling in the first place, which you should be, because that would be normal. Even training, I'm worried about falling because no one's going to be able to come down here and get me out of these damn cuffs if they're panicking. So now we're going to do front training now. So as your front training, there's a little bit more advantage to having your hands cupped in front of you. One, these are a weapon, so you always go for the throat. Two, you got to learn how to block to get to the throat. So they're throwing a punch, you're going to block, and you're going to push. And when you push, you're going for the throat. You're not going for the chest unless that's the only thing you can reach. And if you're going to go for the chest because it's the only thing you can reach, then go ahead and go for the crotch. You're probably going to get hit in the process, but, you know, double fist this way, one to the gut, one to the crotch. That way when it brings them down, you're right there, so you can shove these bitches up into their throat. Or you can let them get behind you, and you get on top of their back, put your knee in their back, and put this behind their throat, and just keep pulling until they pass out. Try not to kill them, which is probably going to happen. You know, but when you're gonna train with martial arts, you want to make sure you're training with someone who's actually done some martial arts. They don't have to actually have been in a legitimate fight, but they have to actually know some martial arts, because you don't want to train with somebody who's just showing off, unless they're teaching you movie martial arts. If they're teaching you movie martial arts, it's cool. But I am going to tell you honestly, because I've said this before, I learned my tornado kick from the Ninja Turtles until I took Kempo. Then I learned the hurricane kick from an actual martial artist, which was the same damn kick. Okay? So in Taekwondo, it's a tornado kick, and in Kempo, it's a hurricane kick. It's the same damn kick. Just got a different name because of the style. But what you fail to understand is, tornado kick is great if you can connect. But if you miss, all of this shit is open. So you have to understand, you're going to use what works in a real fight, even if it's movie martial arts. You can still use movie martial arts in a street fight. However, I'm going to be the first one to tell you that you can get really fucking lucky. Alright? Sometimes shit you see on TV works. Not all the time. Yeah, don't try to fly. That shit's not going to work. You cannot fly. Understand that. But, you know, I got a scar from learning that I could not fly. But, you know, if I tell you something that's going to work, it's more than likely closer to right than wrong. Because unlike other people that you watch who have fought in the rings and all that shit, I fought in the streets since I was 6 years old. By the time I was 12, that shit was over. My dad put a stop to it. In the last fights I had before the car incident and wound up getting handcuffed, I was 15. So I hadn't had another fight since I was 15. Didn't even know I could take a hit until the stolen car thing came up. So I can still take a hit, which means at 47, I can still take a hit, which means I can probably beat the shit out of anybody coming at me. So, alright, we're going to repeat the cycle of outside to inside crescent kick and running, and then outside to inside crescent kick and fighting, and then inside to outside crescent kick and running, and inside to outside crescent kick and fighting. But before we do that, I'm going to go over your fucking blocks again. Now, because you have handcuffs, I'm going to add an extra block into there, because you know high right, medium right, low right, high right, medium right with the knee, and low right, and high left, medium left, low left, high left, medium with the knee, low left. You know that. But since your hands are cuffed, or if you have ropes, and you know someone's coming straight down like they're going to axe kick or horse fish you, you have this block now. So when you're blocking with the rope. So when you block with the rope, you're going to lock and you're going to hold their hand and you're going to push them down. Now you've locked their hand successfully between your handcuffs. Now the proper way to lock that shit is you want to try to get that shit on their elbow. So when you press that bitch down, you can more than likely pin them. And then when you can pin them through here, you can punch them because their shit will be wrapped up in your elbow. So you just pull them down and then punch them with their own shit. If that's not doable, then what you want to do is when you pin them down, you want to push them down, you want to keep them down. They'll have to reach across themselves to hurt you. So you're going to do Kung Fu versus Karate. When they come down, you're going to catch and lock, and you're going to pull. When you pull, if you can get this part of your arm against their part of their arm, and you've locked this shit, push in and try to break the fucking elbow. Alright? Because if you can break the elbow, they're one weapon down while you still have yours. Alright? Now, a lot of people do not teach bone breaks and body breaks anymore. That kind of went out with the 90s. Unless you, like, enjoy Steven Seagal movies and shit. A lot of people don't teach that anymore because a lot of the students recklessly go out and do that shit without consciously being aware that you probably shouldn't do that shit, but a lot of people go out and do that shit recklessly. Well, in many cases, they go out and do that shit and wind up getting fucked up trying to do it to somebody else. So, don't do that. Now, and if you're going to do that, I'm not being held responsible. It's lemonade, water, and a breath mint. And a fuck ton of sugar. So, yeah. Again, I don't advise you doing that. So, you know your blocks. And now you're going to know your kicks. Alright? So, before we get into crescent kicks and shit like that, front kick, boom. Jumping front kick, boom. Stick with the first front kick. Because you're still on the ground. And that way, if it doesn't stop them, you can still get out of the way. But if you do a jumping front kick, and it doesn't stop them, you're in the air. So it's more than likely, if their momentum is stronger and they're steadily moving, you're going to be moving backwards, and you're not going to have a way out of hitting the ground. Which is what you don't want to do. You don't want to get on the ground while your hands are cuffed. At all. Especially if it's not like a police situation, where somehow you done stumbled into some shit, and now you're in handcuffs. Okay? So for movie scenario purposes, which that shit will never happen to you if you're a normal person. Yeah, but if you're not a normal person, or if you're a normal person and you're getting handcuffed by people and you're fighting, sign me up. Because that's some cool ass shit to understand how that actually happened. But anyway, so those kicks are great. Sidestep knee, or step back, stepping side, kicks that are more effective because your hands are tied. Alright? So we're going to go with the inside to outside crescent kick first. Just because my knee is starting to act up. So we're going to do that. And then I'm going to explain to you why you're going to do that. Alright. So for the non-good fighters, option 1 for inside to outside crescent kick. So, boom. Now I got him over there. I shift my weight here and I'm out. Alright? For the good fighters that want to show off or try to do something stupid, I prefer to call it, you're really trying to do something stupid. Same kick, different outcome. Alright? Same guys, he's still going in the same direction. But you have to follow up. If your follow through is fucked, you're fucked. So, we don't want that happening now, do we? So what's going to happen is, he's coming, boom. You outside crescent kicked him, low, so that way if he recovers, a low Kung Fu kick, which will send him forward, and you're going to catch him with your knee. If you don't want to catch him with the knee, you can catch him with an elbow. You can catch him with a double thrust, something that's going to stop him or slow him down. So now you have to understand your target area. Solar plexus and lungs go hand and foot with a double palm strike, or the throat. If you're going to thrust out your handcuffs, then you want to aim somewhere it's going to be fatal because you don't have all damn day. And he's already going to be pissed because you kicked him in the face. Like, in the face. Getting hit or kicked in the face fucking jumps your adrenaline. And if it doesn't, then you need to teach me how to do that so that I can stay calm. Because when I get hit in the face, I get pissed the fuck off, and somebody's got to get their ass kicked. So we're going to use the left leg again. Outside to inside crescent kick. Guys coming at me. Boom! Not a good fighter. I'm out. Guys coming at me. I am a good fighter. Boom! Boom! Because that's right there. Kung Fu. Now if I want to do karate, I would probably have to step here, then step here, and then thrust back a kick. Now if I wanted to land here, and then kick, and then strike, I would do that. But the reason why I suggest that you just get the fuck out of there is really quite simple. Whether you're a good fighter or not, your hands are fucking cuffed. So don't be stupid. You know, you don't have to win that fight. You kick the dude in the face. You've pretty much won the fight. If you escape, you have definitely won the fight, and you don't have to worry about this guy coming after you because, you know, your hands are tied. So don't do that. The best option you can do, and I don't give a damn if you're a good fighter or not, I'm going to be honest with you, the best option you can do is, for me, specifically, I follow this, you should follow it too, but if you don't, that's on you. Outside the inside crescent kick work better for me because the landing position puts you in an escape position. So when you're here, boom, he's right there, you shift your hips and you're out. It's not that difficult. However, somebody always got to be a damn show off. So, you know, when you throw that kick, boom, and he's right there, boom, that's your immediate for Kung Fu. That's your fucking immediate because it's not going to be as powerful, but it's going to deter him enough that you can reset. So you Kung Fu kicked him, you can step back over here and reset and then do more Kung Fu. Or after you kick him and you reset, you can go straight into karate, boom, because now you have the power to get this to be a more powerful kick than it was the first time. Now, if you want to block him and strike him, you have to remember that his other hand is open. So you want to get to the outside, break, and then strike. Now, if you don't want to do that and you want to do it your way, good luck to you on that. I'm not going to teach you something wrong, but the trick to fighting anybody is that you actually have to know how to fight. Just remember that. Because you can watch all my videos all damn day and say, yeah, James got good philosophy. James has good ideas. James has great shit that we like. But James is full of shit. And to those who say that, hey, I'm 47 years old. I've been around the block a little bit. I know a little bit about fighting. I've been training with my hands tied for a very long time. How many people here on Instagram has picked that up? How many people on YouTube? Go watch other people and see if you see them doing the shit that I do outside of the movies or outside of them stealing the shit from my page. Alright? So, like I said, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys didn't go watch it. But, I'm going to stop this video now. But I'm also, before I stop, I want to talk about BJJ. So I may make a bonus video about BJJ, the pros and cons for me. Now, if you're a BJJ guy, I'm sorry. I'm going to piss you off. If you're a martial artist and I've pissed you off, then I've done my job because I've told you the fucking